To escape from prison, I did only one thing every day: get close to the guards and closely observe the keys on their waists, because I needed to make wooden copies of them. After relentless effort, I finally managed to replicate all the keys to the gates. The next day, I shared the news with my companions. To ensure a smooth escape, we decided to begin a trial run that very night. I placed a dummy made of pillows on my bed. When the guards played music, I quietly unlocked the cell door. To avoid making any noise, we walked barefoot and made our way down to the iron gate. We tried the keys one by one. My palms were drenched in sweat from the tension. At last, the door opened. But just then, we heard footsteps approaching. I quickly locked the door again, and we hid inside a storage room. Unfortunately, the lock was broken. I had to use my fingers to pinch and hold the screw in place. The guard paced around just outside. We didn't move a muscle, barely even breathing, until he finally went upstairs. Only then did we slip out of the storage room. From that point on, every time I unlocked a door, I marked the key accordingly. At that very moment, a guard was checking my room. Luckily, the lighting was too dim, and he didn't realize there was a dummy in the bed. The next day, I heard that one of my companions had been executed. I knew there wasn't much time left, so I decided we would act that day. I gathered everyone, hoping they'd escape with me. But an old prisoner refused. He had long grown used to prison life and knew that failure meant death. He didn't want to risk it with me. The others also backed down. In the end, only 3 of us chose to act. We changed into the civilian clothes we'd prepared. Just as we were about to set off, a guard came for another room check. We quickly retreated and hid again in the storage room. I pinched the screw tightly. At that critical moment, the old prisoner shouted loudly, successfully drawing the guard upstairs. We rushed out of the storage room, unlocked several doors in quick succession. When we reached the final gate, we embraced each other in excitement. But as we tried to unlock it, none of the keys worked. Panicking, Mark realized the door was made of wood, so he smashed it with all his might. We had no choice but to bet everything on this. As Mark picked up speed, my heartbeat raced with him. 10 minutes later, the lock was finally broken open. We quickly changed into our disguises. On the road, we pretended to stay calm so as not to draw attention. Though every step was filled with tension, we finally got into a taxi and headed for another city. Back in the prison, as the guard woke up the inmates one by one, he got no response when he reached my bed. He walked closer, only to find a dummy lying there. At that moment, the old prisoner burst into laughter in his cell. He couldn't believe we'd actually made it, but also regretted not coming with us.
The story of Escape from Pretoria from Tim Jenkins' perspective was so cool, daring, and enjoyable.